Ready. Play.
So Steve just said to me that if I know you or people that know you, they can call you Pippa.
Yeah.
We met 45 seconds ago, and yeah, I'm gonna call you Pippa. It's easier than I actually said to him. He said, "Have you got any questions?" And I said, "What about just how do I say the name?" You know. And then he gave me a very quick lesson. But then you were here, and now I'm nervous about saying your name. So tell you what, to the camera, tell me how do you say your name in full?
So, Ana Filipa Santos.
Nice.
It's easier, right?
Yeah, Pippa is easier.
Yeah, Pippa, it's
Yeah.
easier.
By the way, there's some much more complicated names on the tour. I mean, Steve himself. Steve is that side of the camera, which is where he always is, really, in a way. You just hear his voice. In fact, last year, I remember a colleague of mine, Damien, and I, we were just watching TV and blah, blah, blah. We were wandering around the Airbnb, and it's like, that's Steve's voice there, I think.
Ah, you
I
you
think it
watched
was
the
during
match.
the Olympics, maybe. Did you do some Olympics? Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he's the boss.
yeah, he's the boss. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Tell us a bit about you, your tennis. Can you talk about your career in 1 minute or less? What would you say?
Oof, it's tough because I started playing when I was like 8. I'm from a little city in Portugal. It's nice, but it's very small.
Okay.
And I started like in school. Some coach like from the club near my city, he went there and just gave us a lesson. And then he wanted to speak with my mother. Then she didn't like believe him that I had some like kind of talent.
Oh,
So
she didn't believe him.
no, so I didn't go the
Okay.
first year. I went the year after,
Mm-hmm.
and then yeah, that's where I started. And yeah, my career is full of adversities, you can
Okay.
say. And yeah, we always tried. Me and my coach, we were alone most of the time. I was with him for like 10 years, and all I know is because of him. And then yeah, so then I did juniors and stuff, so I did the whole career, and then I went to college and I quit tennis
Oh, at what
Yeah.
age was that?
at 18.
And how old are you now?
Now I'm 29.
29. Okay.
So then I
Why
went
did
to
you quit?
because I had the surgery to cystis. It's really hard for me to go back, and yeah, I was feeling really bad with tennis.
I think in English it's a cyst. Maybe a
Cyst.
cyst.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah,
Anyway,
it
injury.
was really bad. So yeah, I couldn't like compete again on my usual like performance. So I quit, and then I had some invitations to go to United States, but I didn't want to go because I wasn't feeling good and I had some personal problems at the time. So I just quit. I went to college in Portugal, and then some colleagues from tennis in university, they started to say, come back, we need you in the team. And I was like, I don't know. And then I missed it, and then I came back.
At what age did you come back?
It was some months, but I didn't fully practice. I just hit sometimes with the guys. So it was like 3 years before I went to some professional tournaments. And when I did, I started playing. I got like elected to play at Billie Jean. At the time it was Fed Cup, and I was like, okay, so maybe I
Okay.
can start again. Then I started practicing like more with more intensity and stuff. And then yeah, I finished university in 2020. I did a master's degree, and then yeah, I just started practicing again and competing. COVID didn't help, but
Okay.
like more than 1 minute, but I think that's
Yeah,
it.
that was 5, I think, but it's fine. Listen, you talked about adversities. Are you still facing some adversities today? What do you say?
Yeah, for sure. Maybe not the same ones, but
Are you physically
still.
feeling okay? I mean, you quit because of injury, and yet here we are.
Yeah, I feel like I had in the last 3 years I had 2 surgeries, so it was.
Okay.
I think it's like physically I'm never where I want to be, and for me like to lose weight it's complicated, and to get fit it's also very hard for me because I feel my body doesn't go at the speed that I want to. And sometimes when I try to practice more and more, and my body feels it. And so for me, it's hard to be where I want to be physically, but I need to play.
What other
And that's
challenge? Oh, before I actually ask you the next question, I want to know what is your career high, and where are you now in terms of rankings?
I think my career high is 814.
It always surprises me how players don't know their career. For me, I would have a tattoo maybe, although maybe I'd have to update it if I went higher. But yeah, I would always know my career high if I ever
Yeah.
had one.
I mean, I knew, but now that I just forgot. Because
Okay.
I think we always want more, so we just, I don't know. It's like it's good that we reach it, but then we just forget it.
Sure. And what is your ranking, more or less
Now-
now, anyway?
I think it's 940 something.
Okay, so not a million miles away, but
Yeah, but still.
it's 100 or so places, yeah. And yeah, what other adversities would you say that somebody at your ranking, for example, may have to face?
Yeah, for sure. Financially, it's really hard because I don't have any kind of sponsors that really help me with my career.
So the sports clothes we see that when we watch you play, you buy those?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only sponsors that I have, it's Head,
Okay, so you get the rackets.
yeah, and Total Line with the strings.
Okay, so those two, and you get them for free, or do they give you money as
No,
well?
for free,
Just for
but
free,
I
okay.
don't have any money.
What about coaching or
Coaching, like I don't pay for my coach.
Do the
Yeah.
Portuguese Federation provide you with a coach?
No.
So you just don't have a coach?
No, I have a coach, but I don't pay.
Yeah, I understand.
And yeah, I have a fitness trainer that I. So I don't know if you know, but I'm like Steve's colleague at the commentating.
Oh, okay. So maybe,
So-
well, now I'm listening to you more, and maybe it'll be you that I'm wandering around my living room going, I recognize that voice.
Maybe
Maybe.
because
So
I went this weekend.
Okay. But anyway, so you work alongside Steve.
Yeah,
That's nice.
And that's like some money that I have.
Is he the expert or you the expert? Because obviously we have a commentator, but then do you commentate and then say, Steve, what happened in that point?
No, it's the other way.
I
The
know,
other
I
way
know,
around.
I know.
Yeah, but we could try one day, like the other way.
Yeah. Like for maybe one of those sort of,
Yeah,
an
like-
exhibition. It could be like an exhibition.
Yeah.
I'd love you to say, Steve, what did she or he do wrong with their backhand there?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
Steve just says, well, they hit it too hard.
You know what happens sometimes? Sometimes he asks me like a question, and then I say what I think, and I don't ask like, what about you? Because I think it's like, okay, just one way question, and then he says like, okay, I think this. You didn't ask, but I said it.
You know,
It's
once
funny.
I asked Daniel, like an interview much like this, I asked Daniel Collins something like, what happened on match point, or what were you thinking, or how did you feel, or she turned the question immediately back on me. She said, what do you think? Like, no, but it was in a very friendly way. It sounds like, Daniel can be quite, forward, let's say. But she said, what was it, what did you think about, the slice or the backhand or whatever it was? And, I was on the spot and I was a bit nervous, especially as Danielle, but I did give her my thoughts, and she was fine with it. Yeah, she was okay. And then we moved on and spoke about a million other things. But
Yeah.
so yeah, you can turn the tables on Steve sometime. And
Yeah.
okay, I've got some other sort of broader questions for you now. I mean, actually, no, I want to come back to this financial element. I mean, are you kind of making a loss in tennis?
Yeah, for sure. I don't think I ever made a gain.
And what do you think? Do you think tennis can do something about this, or is it just not? I mean, there's one argument that just says the money's not there, or there's not enough interest in players outside the top 100, for example, or even outside the top 10. Or do you have a different idea, which is obviously what the PTPA are suggesting, is that there is money there, or even that tennis is too cocooned and it's not doing enough?
I think it's like multiple factors. I think there's the money there. I think it's not. I think the PTPA is trying to do something, but they're not at the lowest levels, and I think it's helping.
So you don't think they're
someone.
representing you? You think they're still representing 200, 300 in the world rather
Yeah,
than... Okay.
yeah. And I feel like I think the ITF and the tours could do something more to the players, because I think they're trying to to put more tournaments with the hotel and stuff like that, but also it's not enough because they start with the highest tournaments, and for us that we're starting, it's really hard to make 1 point, and the level it's quite similar, I would say, to the qualis maybe, and we have to pay for everything, so it's really really difficult. I don't know, like the answer to this question, it's really hard because I feel like the money is there, but there's a lot of another stuff behind it.
When I ask you this kind of question, particularly if I say the letters PTPA, okay, and the action there, and also just, I can mention other letters, ITF, ATP, WTA, and there's all these, obviously. Are you also thinking, this is a journalist, I need to be careful because I have respect for these organizations? Do you have any, are you careful with what you have to say, or you just, you don't care and you just, this is what you're thinking? Do you know what I mean?
No. I always say what I think.
Okay.
Sometimes it's bad for me,
Mm-hmm.
but I try to be as honest as I can because I like when people do it to me. So, and I feel like I already sent many letters to the PTPA. I sent a letter last year to ITF about one tournament that was, I think, really really bad for the players, and I'm not afraid to be like loud and spoken. So
You've written to the PTPA, did you say?
yeah,
You wrote a
yeah,
letter,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Did you
I
get a
wrote an
response?
email. At first yes, but then I told them like, okay, so I think I have some kind of influence in Portugal from the Billie Jean King Cup, so maybe I can try to help you in some way with the lower ranked players, and they didn't respond. But it's okay. I feel like they have so many people.
All right, cool. One or two more. Do you still, we obviously said you're 900 or so on the road, the ranking, sorry, your personal highs in the 800s. Do you, at 29, which is more than halfway in the tennis journey, probably, if I think about a professional journey from late teens to mid to late 30s perhaps, is it okay to still keep going? When you wake up and you've got a doubles match here or whatever you've got going on, is how easy is it to just keep going in this sometimes lonely sport as well?
I mean, most of the days it's really easy
Okay.
because I really love the sport. So, and it's like a dream of mine. Like it's a dream just to be here playing, but like I feel like I need and I feel like I can do more in the sport. You know what I mean? I feel like I had some time off that didn't really help me, and now I'm trying to get that time. Now in the injuries, it's not easy. Like mentally, it's hard, of course, but to get up in the morning to go practice to come and play, that's the easy part.
What about coaching? Would you like to be a coach one day?
Oof.
I mean,
don't think so.
No, because these
No.
experiences are not the worst experiences to have to take into coaching.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, it's a different sport, but probably the most famous Portuguese coach is not exactly well known for being an amazing footballer, and obviously I'm talking about Jose Mourinho there. But sometimes these experiences, because tennis hasn't always been easy for you.
Yeah.
I was thinking today, I was watching some players, in fact, the last couple of days. I'm thinking about what would I say to this player, because it's easy to just say keep going, and then the player obviously be quite angry about that if they're down a set in a break or whatever. But what about you and coaching? Would that be? Doesn't sound like you
I
prefer
mean,
sitting next to Steve in the commentary box. It
yeah,
sounds
that's
like.
for sure. I mean, that's one of the most exciting things that I do.
Okay.
And that's one thing that I really enjoy, out of playing. I don't know if I would be like the right person to teach someone.
Okay.
I could give them my opinion, of course, but I'm not sure if it's really like valuable. So, and I mean, already with the injury to the knee, so it's really hard for me to stand like for some hours.
But you're playing tennis, so.
But I don't feel it. I feel
Okay.
after.
Yeah. I can empathize.
But imagine like giving practice to someone else, your hours, like every day. It's really really hard. But yeah, I don't know. I never say never, but I mean coaching. I don't know.
All right. thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers. Wonderful. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much.